it was, and I said I proved it here before, and I want to prove it again, and that's what I did. And I feel like that's not really. It's not like that doesn't apply still. I feel like there's still a lot to prove, and I feel like we can, like me, myself, and us as an offense can get so much better, and us as a team also can just get so much better. And that was a big reason why I wanted to come back, is I feel like the prospect of us, being even a better team than we were last year is really good.
How gratifying is it that it did work out the way it did, though? I mean, to prove
Oh,
it
definitely,
to the team,
yeah.
to say you wanted them back and to get the deal you wanted to get.
Yeah, no, it was everything was perfect. Everything worked out exactly how I liked and how I wanted.
I was going to ask sort of the same thing. I mean, first time you went through this, obviously, it was a different sort of mindset in terms of bringing you back. This year, you made it clear you wanted to be back. And I don't know, were there ever any nervous moments, though, as it got to free agency? Did you always think this was going to get done? Was there...
I mean, like I talked to my agent, I think the night before, like the tampering period went about, and I mean, there's always, you can always see that there's some interest from other teams, and even if you're not talking about money. And he told me like what they had kind of offered, and I said I didn't even really want to like really wait and use like other teams' offers to maybe go back and try and get more money. I just kind of wanted to get it done and have it be done, and that was kind of how it worked.
Why it was so important to you to stay here?
Well, I feel like they put a lot of trust in me, and I feel like they did good by me, and I want to come back and do as good as I can by them.
So you also, kind of bond with the guys as well, man, have a good relationship, especially the offensive lineman group. Just talk about the ways you feel like you help the guys not only on the field, but just off the field. I mean, the offensive lineman feel like one of the strongest units of the team. So how did you make your presence felt within that unit of the team and be able to come back?
I'm a big fan of levity. I think that it's not about like always being like super serious all the time. And I feel like, if you watch Panay before games, I feel like Panay's always locked in. He's always ready to go. He's always ready, doing his thing. And I feel like sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit of just be able to joke around a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm funny. Maybe I'm nice to the guys. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, I think that just everybody in that O-line room is like just good dudes. They're great to be around, and I think that we have a good thing going on.
I mean, 4/5 of that really good line comes back, and I know you guys got some guys that play behind there, but just I guess the challenges of adding a new piece and how good you can be.
I mean, I think we can still be really, really good. I think that Jonah's an amazing player. He's very talented. He's a good guard. I just said this to Tim Twentyman. I said, the contract kind of speaks for itself. A lot of other teams also think that Jonah's really good. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to we're going to work, we're going to get after it, and I mean, we'll figure it out.
You've got two guys in that group that did start different points last year in Coyote and Colby, young guys. You got to know them, I guess, for the first time last year. What are your impressions of their growth and their possibility of contributing this year?
I think that Yoti's super solid. I think that like when you watch him play, I feel like he's not really like deficient in any area, and I feel like that's like a good attribute to have in regards to O-line play. I feel like even if you do one thing really, really good, if the other thing's not very good, I feel like people are going to be pretty upset with you. And in regards to Colby, I feel like he was a rookie. I think that he came a long way. He progressed like pretty far, and I feel like just watching him grow technique-wise and also just from how he processed the game just over that last year. Coming from William and Mary, I feel like it was a good year for Colby. And I feel like there's a lot to gain and build off.
Does he help you bring some levity to that room as well?
Yeah, he does a little bit. Sometimes he's a little too big of a goofball. I need to rein him in a little bit. Keep him on a short leash.
I'm just wondering with the sting from the loss and now a couple months later, just if you can put into work, what kind of fire you're feeling now, moving forward potentially now with this team and potentially getting to the next step and maybe even beyond in 2024?
I mean, yeah, that was another part of why I kind of wanted to come back. I mean, I feel like when you have a really, really good season with a good team and then things don't end the way that you want them to go, I feel like you'd like to come back. You want to come back. You want to try and get another crack at it. I play video games. You don't want to end on a loss, right? You want to try and end on a win. So I feel like coming back here and being able to do that and having an opportunity to come back and have another crack at it is really good.
You surprised that you're going to have Ben Johnson and Hank back as well? I mean, at the end of the season, did you think that was likely?
I thought there was a chance that Ben could leave, and if Ben left, maybe Hank would leave. But I think that after talking to him, I thought that definitely he was going to leave, probably like before we played that game. And I feel like kind of the same reason that I had just talked about, like when you lose a game like that and you have a chance to win, and you definitely want, as I said, another crack at it. And I feel like Ben felt the same way. And I guess we're all back. Not to say that Hank, Ben, and Graham, we're all back. Yeah. But I mean, I think you understand what I'm getting at. So.
We had to end on that.
Yeah, that was a good rest of the day.